This video, we're going to be covering the storyboard portion of this assignment. So storyboards, again, are very simple graphical representations of your actual scenes. So I can't stress that enough that you want to make sure that these are simple. Don't spend too much time on these. What I usually do is just create shapes. For instance, this first slide is going to be your opening scene. So let's say that you want to create a scene where you see your main character's head up close, and in the background, you're going to see some mountains. So all I'm doing is using some shapes here to create that scene. I can stop right there. So the couple things we want to indicate, this is a close-up shot. There's three main shots that you'll be working with: a close-up, a mid-range, and then a far-away shot. So we're going to say that this is a close-up, and then you can label these because it just looks like a circle now because it's a simple shape. Say back of character's head, so people understand what they're looking at. You can also come here and type in mountains. And you can make these bigger if you want so that it fits. Or you can come here with the text and just make it smaller so it fits. Either way, just as long as we can read. I also like to put arrows to indicate which way the character is looking. So they're looking towards the mountain, and then just double click looking. So that helps us set up our first scene. So when you go to shoot a scene or you're looking for an image for your movie, you know this is what it should look like. And then underneath, you can just add a text box if you want, like this, to cover these lines, and type in what you're looking at. I usually start with the actual shot. It's a close-up of the back of the main character's head. The character is looking at mountains that are off in the distance. So that's really all we need. If you want, you can add something else that, maybe the setting, uh, it's cloudy and gloomy outside. So we have our first scene. This is how our movie opens up. So our second scene, we come here, and then maybe this scene, our person has actually gone down to the mountain. So we'll make the mountain a little bigger here. And don't worry if it actually goes out of the frame here. It's fine. Again, just type in mountain. Grab your shapes again. Let's make a character. We're just going to make the character. Now we're going to be looking sort of at like a full body. So I'm grabbing a circle for the head, copy, paste, grab another circle for the body, copy, paste. I'm going to make some arms here by just squeezing the shape so they're thinner and turning them over. Copy, paste, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, and I'm going to make legs now. So you can see that our character now is standing in front of the mountain. And then maybe we're going to put some sort of mysterious door here. And again, you can use colors if you want. I usually keep it black and white and just type in door. You can stretch it out if you want. It's okay if it covers. All right, so again, grab Shapes tool. Let's go over these lines so we have somewhere to write. And you can write, this is a mid shot of the main character in front of a mountain and looking at a mysterious door. Go back and correct your spelling. So now I have this set up. And again, if you want to order these, you can collect order and bring the front so everything looks, but this is a mid shot, right? And then you can come back again. And I'm just giving you an example of all these different types of shots. And it could be a really far away shot. So I'm going to do these mountains, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, mountains. And I'll get my scribble tool here and I'll make maybe like a bird flying. That's a really horrible bird, I know. But you get the point. This is gonna look bad. This is, again, storyboards are not supposed to look good. So again, we'll just name this our far shot. Bird flying over the mountains. So that sets up our first three scenes. We have the character looking at the mountains is our first scene. It's a close up. Our second scene is a mid shot here, and he's standing in front of one of the mountains, and there's a door. Our third scene is a far shot, and it is a bird flying over all the mountains. So again, your storyboard should be very simple shapes. It will look awful. You're going to want to tweak it and say, this looks horrible. That's the point. I fully expect it to look something like this, just very basic shapes. Do not spend too much time on your storyboards. All you're doing is, as a filmmaker, is trying to establish what your shot is going to look like. Again, doesn't mean you're going to use all these shots, doesn't mean that they're not going to change. You could end up not using this first shot or this shot or that shot. It's okay, but we need to have some sort of framework before you actually start making your movie. Once you have all of your storyboards filled out, you are done with this assignment.